Do you have estrogen dominance, or do you even know what that looks like? It can show up in the form of painful periods, clotty periods, fibroids, endometriosis, adenomyosis, PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, cysts. If you've ever had these symptoms, or you've got fat around the midriff that you can't seem to move, cellulite, feeling sluggish, feeling fatigued, all of this could be due to estrogen dominance. It's really common, and there is support and solutions for you. So I want you to watch this. It's a pre-recording that I did with Elaine. Elaine Gardner is the new head of concierge service, head of customer care for Awakening Fertility, and she provides VIP support to all my women doing my Fertile Lifestyle course. So come and enjoy the interview. Okay, so I want us to just bring our energy in. This is going to be a high vibrational, fun, informative time together. But first I want us to center ourselves, because that puts us in the most abundant place we can be. So I always like to have left hand on the heart band, right hand on the abdomen, thumbs in line with your right thumb in line with your navel. Close the eyes and breathe. Let's start by breathing 3 exhales out through the mouth. You can roll your eyes up towards your third eye, eyelids closed. As you exhale, draw the navel in towards you and lock the energy into your perineum, the area between the sex muscles and the anus. One more breath. Soft smile upon the face, and allowing your smile to move to every single cell in the body. Now, this is helping you to move into a state of abundance, moving you out of fear. Any fear-based decision, when we're in our heads, we're frantic, we're worried, we're stressed, we're not grounded, we're not present, we're not in the most powerful place to be. And as we are walking, talking magnets and always manifesting, it's important that we manifest what we desire and not what we don't desire. So I'd like to invite you to just keep breathing deeply, being aware of your breath, that's all. If you can remember to squeeze into your perineum, it helps to charge the energy up into your, not only your genitals, but locking the life force energy into the seed center that helps you to create your world, that helps you to manifest. Now, I've got an abundant supply of tips and techniques about things like this that help you to be in peak performance, that help you to thrive, because this whole fertility journey, it can be so disempowering for people. And I don't want you to feel disempowered. This is your gift. And I feel very called to speak to people's souls on a soul level. And I feel that either babies, the spirit babies, have brought us here, or your soul has brought you here. So I can help you bridge the gap between where you are and where you truly desire to be. And every fertility ailment that you may have is truly a gift. And there is a reason behind the ailment. And, medical Western science doesn't look at this. They look at what the issue is and how we can remedy it. I look at the full picture. So we don't have to necessarily know what caused it for you, but I can give you a list of these are the things that generally cause it, but also what's happening on the mental and the emotional level. Because your blood, it holds the life force energy, and your blood is coded by what you think, what you feel, how clear your detox pathways are, what your environmental toxins are. All these things add up. And this is what brings me to epigenetics. I work with an epigenetic protocol with all of my clients, which is why I have such a high success rate for women to overcome pages and pages of ailments, from everything from unexplained infertility, couples who get together that may have children from other partners, they come together and all of a sudden they can't have another baby. What's going on there? Looking at what's happening on the mental and the emotional levels. Look at what's happening on the immune level. That's a huge factor that we're going to be bringing up tonight. Your immune system plays a huge role in these diseases, which we know as adenomyosis, endometriosis, PCOS, Hashimoto's. Like, all of these things are a sign of an immune system that needs more healing. But what triggers the fall in the immune system? Things like fear. This isn't addressed in the medical world. What's the emotions behind the illness that you have? And I'm going to talk about all of that in more detail as we go through step by step. But tonight, I am actually being interviewed by Elaine. She is a new member of the Awakening Fertility team, and I want her to act as a concierge customer care person to all of my clients who are doing my Fertile Lifestyle course, because that is the course that gets results. That is the course that sees women in their 50s give birth to children with their own eggs. Now, if I can do that for these women, what can I do for you if you're not even at that end of the spectrum? So we've got some questions coming through. They're saying, it's past my bedtime. It's great to see you. Lots of love to everyone in Australia. Yes, it's everyone's bedtime in Australia. Okay. So, Elaine, over to you. You have a number of questions that people have asked you from different mediums, from TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. If you haven't already met Elaine, I know that you will. I'd love you to introduce yourself and to start with the questions, or if anyone has a live question, please put it into the chat. Elaine will read it and guide today's interview.
Hi everyone, I'm really happy to be here, and I look forward to meeting and working with all of you that are attending here today. Yeah, as Kenneth said, we're looking at some really important questions today, particularly around estrogen dominance. There's so much, concern around that. So many people that we hear of being diagnosed with endometriosis, PCOS, Hashimoto's, and we've had questions regarding those come across all of the mediums. And it's very interesting to see that, despite them there's an awareness, there really is a lack of understanding, and particularly how it affects us in our fertility. So a number of the questions that came through, we can start off with our first question, which is, with how will a diagnosis of endometriosis impact my fertility journey? So how will that affect me?
How will a diagnosis of endometriosis affect my fertility journey? Okay.
Yes.
Endometriosis is not actually classified as being infertile. Okay, let's get that straight. However, endometriosis is a sign of inflammation and immune issues. The two biggest causes of fertility issues, fertility stumbling blocks, are inflammation and oxidative stress. So if you have that inflammation, we need to soothe it, we need to cool it. Now, what is feeding that inflammation? You could be on the best diet in the world. You could, do all the right exercises and all those kinds of things. But if you're not satisfied with your life, you've got a level of disharmony going on, which actually turns to acidity in the environment. So therefore, dis-ease is created and inflammation is created. If you've got unprocessed emotions, irritability, anger, frustration, that's going to raise the levels of inflammation in the body. Now, your womb is a self-healing organ, and endometriosis is a sign that the shedding, the lining that sheds every month, moves out of the womb and into other areas of the body. And that is an autoimmune response. And what we want to do is therefore restructure the immune system, reprogram the mind, because the mind has a map of the body, and to say, hey, this program isn't working for us. Let's do something that's more beneficial, because your body is made up of the best employees you'll ever have. So if it's not working how you want it to work, you need to change the control system. And this is what people aren't being taught. And it's more than just mind mastery. Yes, there's a huge section called Mind Mastery in my Fertile Lifestyle course that delves into, depending on your personality type, all different ways that you can reprogram the mind. Not through hypnotherapy. This is lasting neural reprogramming. It's incredibly empowering. It's such a beautiful thing to experience. And you've seen this firsthand, haven't you, Elaine? You've seen how powerful this can be and how easy it can be.
Absolutely. And I think that's what we would really like women to feel, is very empowered by the fact that they, with support, the right support, can deal with this and can overcome this and go on to have their happy, healthy babies. This is very, very possible. So it's not an end diagnosis. It's not something that will stand in their way. They can get past it. They can overcome it. And it's you know, it's not just the mind mastery, it's mastering the emotions. And it's, as you say, recognizing what's going on in their lives and turning that around. It's a choice and they can do it. But obviously, more so with your help, Fiona. And I've seen that firsthand, where it does transform, it does empower, and we do feel so much better for it.
Yeah, so there's different ways that we can reprogram, and that's important, but also having a look at what's causing these programs in the first place, what's causing this to be triggered. Now, when it comes to endometriosis, people who suffer with it are incredibly sensitive human beings. So I see it as a gift, because you're going to have a much healthier baby. If you overcome the inflammation and the things that are causing the physical, mental, emotional causes, you will have a much healthier baby. And that's what we're here to do. You know, I don't want clients to come on board just to get pregnant. I'm here to help them have a happy, healthy baby. Now, how can you have a happy, healthy baby if you're not happy and healthy yourself? So I get you in that primed state by holding your hand, showing you step-by-step strategies that work with your time frames, that work with your personality type, that work with the things that you want to do that create the life that you enjoy. That raises your vibration, that resets the cellular health, because it changes the environment of the cells. Therefore, it changes your gene expression. Therefore, it changes your physiology. And I've seen this time and time again. You know, I began as a fertility expert back in 2007, and I have just seen so many miracles happen, so many resets. You know, everyone on my Fertile Lifestyle course, for example, they improve their AMH levels. And if they don't improve their AMH levels, they've got a baby. So, you know, you come for a baby. We want to see those results. What I'm saying is there are very tangible results from the Fertile Lifestyle course that I offer. And that's what sees results, because it's not just doing one thing here and one thing there and hoping for the best. It's getting a very clear, hand-holding, step-by-step set of strategies. Now, it's not just the strategies. I can give you 50 things that help with endometriosis. It's more about looking at what are the things that I want to do that's going to bring me joy, that raises my vibration, that makes me feel great, and applying that to your life. That's how you get results. So it's not about me listing everything in this session, because literally there's hundreds of things. But I want you to know it comes down to inflammation. It also comes down to good liver health. Now, your liver stores excess anger and irritability. So if you have endometriosis, there's got to be some liver support. And it's not just a physical liver support like supplements and flushes and detoxes. It's also, okay, where you're causing more irritability to be stored in the body. Is it because you're the type of person that doesn't want to offend others? You just take everything on board and you'd rather suffer instead of someone else? Then we need to work on that. That's the hand-holding process that the course can offer you. You know, there's 25 hours worth of coaching on the course with me talking to you directly about specific things. There's hours of healing meditations designed for specific outcomes. You know, a lot of people say to me, I already meditate and I do yoga and do acupuncture. What else can your course offer me? And I love that kind of a question, because it's like, oh, it's so much more. It's the whole of the 6 pillars that influence your environment of your cells. And we want your cells to thrive. At the moment, they're not thriving, which is why you have fertility issues, because your body's hardwired to take the energy that it needs to survive from your reproductive system. So take it from your reproductive system, give it to the other systems and organs that need extra energy. And then you'll see issues arise, fertility issues arise, everything from PMS, painful periods, clotty periods, and then we go into, like, you know, more of these factors that we're dealing with tonight. And estrogen dominance says you're very much in your yin, where you give and you give and you give to everyone else more than you. So I want you to, you know, what I do in the Fertile Lifestyle course is I help you to re-empower you to go, it's okay to fill your cup up first and then flow onto others. When you have these kinds of issues with estrogen dominance, there's a stagnancy. We see it with endometriosis. There's a stagnancy there. And with that, the stagnancy says you're unable to go with the flow of life. So what can we do to help you to go with the flow? What's causing the seizing up, the blocking? You know, I had a client session this morning, and that's what we were focusing on, because she's recently had some hormone tests done. She's just joined the course, and we can see that, you know, things are elevated and they need to be brought back into balance. And she said that I can feel myself seizing up and tightening up. I can feel my abdomen tighten when I'm stressed. And I don't want to put my friends out. I don't want to put my colleagues out. I don't want to put all these other people out, but at her expense of suffering. And I do find that people with endometriosis are very aware of other people's needs, very caring, very giving, but not enough for themselves. Now, for babies to thrive, they need to feel loved. And you want to be able to love yourself enough so that your womb, baby's first bedroom, is overflowing with the love that it needs to thrive. You know, they've done a lot of tests on babies. If the babies aren't given enough love, they won't thrive. So it's important that you love yourself enough so that your baby can thrive. And I'm talking, this is a whole new generation of babies that we are seeding upon the planet here. You've come into your bloodlines and you've chosen, okay, I'm going to bring some healing in. Enough is enough. I'm going to step into my power. And the best thing baby can do is go, I'm not coming until you do step into your power. You're meant to transmute this to make my life easier, because I'm here to raise the vibration of the planet. So as a transmutation generation, you've got all the work to do. And you're not going to get the answers from, you know, classic Western medicine. And this is where I've pulled together all the information from traditional Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic science, Western medicine, spirituality being your connection to source, and tying it all together so that you can be empowered on this journey. So endometriosis is a gift. It's about you going, okay, I'm aware that I've got these sensitivities. I can't handle a normal lifestyle where people have takeaways twice a week. They have their coffees, they can have late nights, they can do all these other things and still thrive. You don't thrive like that, because you're meant to have a healthy baby. And people that do have babies like that, their babies aren't going to be as healthy as yours. And we want to give your babies the best possible chance, because these babies that are coming through, these rainbow warriors are spiritual leaders. They are here. They do not want to be hindered with genetic defects. Okay, they don't want to be hindered with ailments. Some of them occasionally, yes. These little warrior babies, yes. But mostly no, they're here on a mission and they don't want to be blocked. So this is where I'm getting you to expand your awareness. And I do that with all of my clients. It's taking your perspective from here to a full 360-degree perspective and realizing all of these things influence your fertility. So endometriosis, you've got to deal with your inflammation, your irritability, your anger management, your detoxing, and your sensitivities. Sensitivity is just a higher form of intelligence and power. So it's about you harnessing that and not suppressing yourself. So when you suppress yourself, you're going to have issues. What is depression? It is simply suppression of your energy field. So we are here to help energize you, to cleanse your environment, the physical, the mental, the emotional clutter, and then you will thrive. So that's, you know, endometriosis, again, it's not even recognized as a fertility, as being an infertility factor. It's just a fertility hindrance. It's a stumbling block. So yes, it's not going to be an issue if you manage it. And the Fertile Lifestyle course was designed for women with endometriosis and other such ailments. There's specific sections in the course for an array of ailments. And on that note, if you haven't already booked a complimentary Fertile Lifestyle consult with me, please do. All you have to do is go to fertilelifestyleconsult.com. Elaine, would you mind putting that into the Insta and the Facebook as well, just so others can book? It's 100% complimentary. It's a 60-minute session where I can dive deep and go, hey, what's going on? Let me work out the best program for you, working within your budget, so that we can get you results, so that we can re-empower you.